Already just pulling up my other tab. Okay, got her. Alright, time to make this full screen. Apply. Alright, quick game of team deathmatch. And then probably switch over to hardcore. How's it going, Dark? Man, I hate playing games that are already started.
Enemy in the cargo container.
Oh, I just blew myself up. Oh. No. My gun's empty too. Oh, my gun's over here empty.
This is loader 2-0. Good copy. Strike away. UAV is friendly UAV overhead. UAV entering the AO. Cluster strike is go for launch. Loader 2-0. Good copy. Cluster strike. That's the fight. Solid work.
Not too bad for joining the game late. Yay, finally not gonna join a game that's already started. everything is set on completely low. Should probably clear that up. Everything's on very low.
Team deathmatch. We've got enemy inbound. Lock and load.
Changing mags.
We've taken control.
Damn it. The only bad thing about this gun is if someone gets too close to you, it's so hard to shoot. Where should we spawn him? Why not right next to where he died? Perfect. Here you go.
We've got control.
Enemy at the rug shop.
Alright, forget
Friendly
using that
UAV
gun.
overhead.
What? I shot him twice with a shotgun.
UAV overhead.
Oh, thank you.
Cluster strike incoming. Take cover.
Ah, man. Standing there. No ray tracing, but I'll be happy to turn it on. It doesn't make much of a difference. Every time I switch my settings, there's always just somebody standing right next to me. Kinda has a gross effect going on where it makes the game look really, like, whitewashed.
Enemy at the tower.
Maybe it looks better with higher settings, but I don't see the appeal on this game. It's nothing like Minecraft. Like, shadows still look the exact same. Pretty cruddy. Maybe if I change, I guess it locks it. I was gonna suggest turning that up, but I forgot. Ray tracing disabled. And everything else is set to low.
I got movement.
Man, that guy just keeps killing me. He's just sitting in every corner and I'm turning. Man, I'm doing terrible this game.
Set in charge.
Yeah, everything's set to low.
We're
That's
losing
better.
control.
Doesn't have that glare anymore.
Enemy at the cave entrance.
Target down.
We've got a UAV on station, ready for flyover. UAV entering the AO.
I do not know how that guy knew I was there. I don't think they had a UAV. I don't like camping. Can't stand sitting in one spot. Even on hardcore, I can't do it.
Be advised, UAV is bingo.
It's just so boring.
Enemy personal radar in the air.
Like, I have nothing against, like, picking a spot as an advantage point, but staying there for too long, it's just so boring.
Enemy at the cave entrance.
This is our fight. Stay focused.
Enemy at the crossroads.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Enemy at the cave entrance.
Hopefully I didn't go too negative.
That gave them something to think about. Good work.
Enemy at the cave entrance.
Thank you. But oh, thank God I didn't go too negative. If it wasn't for that kill streak near the end. Oh, the guy that kept killing me is on our team. You know what? I'm gonna try quick scoping. How's it going, Jacob?
Team deathmatch. Enemy incoming.
Ah, I knew I saw that second guy. Damn it, that guy's just gonna keep picking everyone off. Note to self, don't go down the middle.
Enemy at the tire shop.
Come on! Oh, right, forget sniping. Man, like that is so boring to me. Like, how can you just sit there and aim strictly down the sight without moving?
Enemy at the chickens.
Alright.
Enemy in the courtyard.
Don't try to drop shot me. Wonder where he was sitting. What corner was yours? Yeah, it's not the best. Man, it's like step out, die. Step out, die. Spawn, dead. Spawn, dead. 2 steps.
Enemy at the warehouse. Enemies in the area.
Allied counter UAV activated.
Man, that person has not left their spawn. I haven't seen that chick running anywhere other than on that
Enemy at the
street.
junkyard.
Oh, did she finally make it to the house? Oh, maybe.
Always there. Keep going.
My favorite game? I don't know. I don't really have one.
Allied cruise missile launched.
I like COD a lot if I'm actually playing a team that isn't completely incompetent.
have lost the lead.
This.
Enemy at the warehouse.
He threw that randomly and knew to blow it up. I think I have died like 15 times. Look, there's that guy over there, literally aiming down his sights.
Enemy at the tire shop.
He flashes me just to throw a C4 at me. Oh, getting so frustrated.
Enemy at the tire shop.
Enemy VTOL in the AO. They're killing us. Stop, stop.
We're all in safety. Everyone's not shooting at each other. Oh, what a shock. Step outside of where I spawned just to get shot. It's like this game. Alright, we're going to hardcore.
The objective is lost. We are not.
Enemy at the courtyard.
My guess is I went 7 and 20. Yep. God. So good.
They've reached the halfway point. Get moving.
Enemy at the barrel.
Here they come. Attack. Precision airstrike. Get down.
Enemy at the windmill.
Oh, man.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Enemy at the window.
Man, another game where I just keep spawning in the same building and I can't get away from. Oh, thank you. Thank you, game. Finally.
Enemy VTOL in the AO.
What the hell? Like, it just came to life and there had 2 teammates in that building. Are you telling me there's an enemy in that building? I swear to God, that guy has killed me every single time and somehow knows when I'm coming, but I'm not even walking fast enough to make footsteps.
Enemy at the shops.
Yeah, that's what you get. Got your back. Huh. Nice. You're gonna like your 2070 Super. Hopefully you got a sale on it.
One minute remaining. We're running out of time. Push!
What? What?
Enemy at the barn.
Allied UAV overhead. Allied IAV dropping in. Seconds. We are out of time. Move.
I will drive. Enemy movement. One down.
Rest your wounds. We return soon.
Depending on what game you play, in Call of Duty you should get the exact same FPS, because this game is more rendered towards GPU than CPU. That's why even on all low settings, my GPU is still sitting at super high usage, like up there. So you should be perfectly fine. Oh, joyous.
We've got enemy inbound. Lock and load.
Where the heck is this guy shooting me from? Alright, you know what? Screw this. Just keep getting shot from quarters anyways, I might as well have fun and run around.
Enemy at the construction site.
God damn it.
playground.
Enemy cluster strike
Yeah,
incoming.
probably
Take
because
cover.
everyone's getting money from the government to sit at home and do nothing. And not having to pay to drive to work or make lunches. So everyone's pulled back on their bills quite a bit. So now they use the extra money on buying computer parts. That's why they're so expensive right now.
I'll come along. Changing mags.
Man! I cannot get a kill.
Friendly UAV overhead.
Reloading.
Cruise missile away.
Enemy at the cafe.
Changing mags.
Enemies halfway there. Step it up.
Yeah, it's not a very good time to switch to PC. Especially with all the new gens coming out for CPUs. You imagine there'd be a sale, but for some reason they don't. Man, this person has just been killing left, right, and center. I gotta get off hardcore. Oh, I didn't mean to quit the whole game. Yeah, I'm not really sure why it jumped up so much. Oh, you meant, sorry, I misread it. Nice. I don't know why Call of Duty does this, but every time I reload it, I have to change all my settings. For whatever reason, I cannot save them. I'm not sure why. And it always changes random things, but every time it switches this, and it switches my resolution. And sometimes it tries to slap itself into 4K, which is super irritating. What are you upgrading from?
Search and destroy. Safeguard the assets. No mistakes. Reinforcements are not available. Enemy bomb at Bravo. Go now. You're all that is left. Their confidence grows. Use it against them.
Oh, nice. That's pretty cool. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that, so...
Search and destroy. We have assets in the field. Defending them is critical.
Especially with the new GTX 1660 lineup, or even 1650, you can still use the same power supply that comes in those, the 240 watt, without having to change it. I guess you could always do that with a 1050 and a 1050 Ti, but they weren't nearly as strong. Man, I should not have went out there. That was a terrible idea. Yeah, Russ is a weird one.
One minute remaining. Active bomb on Bravo. Move in. Defuse successful. Bomb disabled. They're hurting. Send them
Yeah,
home.
100%. I was using with my Ryzen 5 3600 just the 500 watt. I'm pretty sure the recommendation, it says 500 watt is necessary,
Search and
but if you
destroy.
look up on the thing, I'm pretty sure even with a liquid cooler, the max wattage should be
Critical assets
474,
identified. Keep
so you
them
should be
secure.
totally fine. Especially if it's a bronze, it's not like you're using a crappy one. And you can always pull down the watts of the CPU. Pardon me, sorry I had to burp. Why do I keep coming this way? I do not have a gun that can shoot far enough down the way.
Enemy bomb planted. Get to Alpha.
No, 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 no. time. I feel like they nerfed a bunch of guns that I've been using. Like the last time I played, they just introduced criminal pistols.
On to the next round. Pick it up.
And then I forget what game I went to. There was something that came out or an update or something when I stopped playing this.
Switching sides. Search and destroy. Target identified. Capture the bomb and engage. We have taken the bomb. Planting bomb on target. Eyes open. Bomb planted. Begin countdown. Allied UAV overhead. Stay focused. No mistakes. This round is ours.
Yeah, and I really wish Rust would make it so you could create your own lobby easier. I don't like having to join like a lobby. And that's, you know, I don't know. I have such a hard
Search
time
and
getting into
destroy.
that game. Every time I feel like I'm actually getting somewhere, someone just kills me.
Retrieve the bomb. Destroy your targets. Enemy personal radar overhead. We have the bomb.
I'd love it if
Attack
they
the
made it
weapon
like
caches.
Minecraft, or like 7 Days to Die, where you could choose to let people join your lobby or server. The hell? How the hell did
We
that
have the
just
bomb. Get
collapse?
moving. We're planting the bomb. Secure the area. Bomb set. Hold for detonation.
Oh no no no.
UAV is ready for flyover. This is Falcon 3-0. Beginning flyover. Copy.
Gotta get over there to help.
Fight. Cluster strike ready for launch.
Think I saved it? Yeah. And me.
They're hurting. Send them home.
Yeah, so you definitely know how to play more than I know how. I think the one time, I found a guy that gave me a wrench. And I was like, yeah.
Search and destroy. Targets identified. Capture the bomb and engage. We have taken the bomb.
This is Builder 2-0, good copy. Cluster strike away.
We have the bomb. Attack the weapon. There is no one else. Complete the mission. One minute remaining.
No, it's all low. Everything's at the absolute low.
Switching sides. Search and destroy. We have assets in the field.
I don't know.
Defending
Every time
them
I
is
try to
critical.
join like a low population, high ping lobby host, feel like I just suck. I'm tempted to just buy a server. That way I can just lock it.
Enemy UAV overhead. One minute remaining. Seconds. We are out of time. Move. They're hurting. Send them home.
Yeah, the
Search
RX
and destroy.
570 and the 3600 actually
We have
performs
assets
very
in the
well.
field. Defending them is critical.
And you should be able to make a pretty decent chunk of your money back from selling your old CPU and GPU. Since a lot of people still want the RX 570, they're trying to get into gaming.
Enemy cruise missile.
No.
UAV is ready for flyover.
This is Falcon 3-0. Good copy.
1 minute remaining. Active bomb on Alpha. Move it.
Returning to resupply.
Cluster strike ready for launch. Defuse successful. Bomb disabled. Maintain pressure. Next round we crush them.
Wow, that's really good. I don't even think I could really overclock my RX 570 when I had one. And yeah, I
Search and
think I bought
destroy.
mine for like $100 because the person was using it as a mining card and thought it was broken.
Critical assets identified.
And then it worked for me
Keep
for
them
like
secure.
2 years after that, and then I sold it to a friend for I think $60, and then I traded for his R9 380X, which I then sold for $60. Sorry, R9. Yeah, it was an R9 380X. I'm just gonna put that anywhere.
This is Builder 2-0. Good copy. Cluster strike away.
Oh, nice. So yeah, if you never used it for mining, you should definitely say that it was never used for that.
1 minute remaining.
Yeah, the new RX 5700 XT definitely looks like it sucks. I don't know what happened. Because, like, they finally fixed the Vega 56, and that was performing just under a 2060 and above the 1660 Super and the 1660 Ti. And then, just with the new RX series launch, they just, I don't know, they just ruined it. Because they had sweet deals in my area where you could buy a Canadian, the RX 56 for $340 plus tax Canadian. So that was really, really decent, like $200 less than a RTX 2060 at the time.
The bomb has been defused. Our face in you was well placed.
Yeah, they definitely screwed that up too. I agree with you there. It went from being completely easily laid out, where you could go to performance mode and switch everything, and then showed all your games, just like how NVIDIA was. It was more simple than NVIDIA, because also you don't need to make an account to sign into it, which was nice. And then, out of the blue, they were just like, here's the new one. It's like, okay, how does this work? It's like, I don't know. You can't even find the relive recording spot so easily anymore. That's weird. So the drag thing, because I know that it makes it look fancy like a chart, and all you do is you just click and drag it to where it goes, but it doesn't save that? That sucks. Because they were talking about how that's safe overclocking, where it would overclock within their certified specs, quote, so that way you wouldn't be able to damage the card. So I guess they just take any overclocking as a possible chance to damage the card.
No go, 3-1. That's too close to friendly. Calling in fire, mission 3-1. Roger, Demon 1-2. Hammer is visual on that position. Target is acquired. Stand by for danger close. Good impact. Still hot.
Yeah, the only thing that I'm not super pumped about MSI is if you accidentally overclock too much and you have it to start with Windows, it sometimes just keeps booting you into a failed attempt, and then your computer just keeps crashing over and over and over and over until eventually it stops. But I guess as long as you don't stupidly leave that button on and try to go too high, you'll be fine.
Taking the advantage. Make sure we keep it.
You know, your riser should be fine with your 500, because you can adjust the watts if you absolutely want to. And the Ryzen gets quite a boost if you lock all the cores to 4.2. And I haven't had a single crash on mine like I used to on the old 1600 overclocked it to 3.8. I sometimes got crashes, so I always had to go back down to 3.7. guy's a little turd. I don't know. You would have to look at the absolute top user benchmark and see what one it was the highest someone actually has saved. I've never got mine to go past 4.2, but I have seen some people get theirs to go up to 4.5. But then again, I'm not sure how stable that is.
Put it behind. We've got work to do.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I agree. I don't think it's worth it. Because if your game's going to be crashing randomly, it's not so fun. Like when I try to overclock this CPU to 5.1, I can get the hold, but after like maybe 5 or 6 games, every once in a while I get a hiccup.
Comrades, on to the next round. Get ready. Switching sides.
Yeah, it depends on where you live.
Search and destroy.
Like the difference here between the i5 9600K and the price of a Z390 motherboard isn't that big of a difference between getting a 3600 and the like a 450 max. It's only about the difference of, I want to say, 40 bucks, 50, 60, depending on what one you're choosing.
Planting the bomb. Secure the area. Bomb planted. Countdown started. UAV online. UAV ready for deployment.
No, that's $70 doing those. So I was looking at how much it would cost for me to upgrade to an i7. It's absolutely not worth it for the price for 2 performance. Like the gaming performance is almost identical.
Let's send them home.
Yeah, you can use a B450.
Search and destroy. Destroy the targets. Bomb acquired.
Falcon 3-0. Good copy. UAV beginning flyover.
They're planting the bomb. Bomb planted.
UAV is out of fuel. Returning to flight.
Aw, damn, that guy threw that right at my feet. Oh, I never want to play PUBG again. Last time I played that game, there's flying cars. I do not like it. Well, it depends on how much they charge for a 10th gen. I have to specs are actually
Search
true,
and
what they're
destroy.
putting out, it might actually be worth it.
Secure the bomb.
Unless there's
Destroy
like
the target.
$100 upcharge from like this i5 9600K to the 10,600K. I don't think it would be worth it. At that point, you'd just probably be better off just buying a Ryzen 7 3800X. Yeah, I'm getting out of this room. Those guys are fighting grenades to be thrown. Well, no, it says that it's going to be a six core 12 thread, I think is what I read, what the new 10th is going to be, which I'm not super pumped about. I don't really like hyper threading. I'd prefer if they made it 8x8. But you have to wait to see, because I know the new 9th gen is already available for sale, and it runs off the Threadripper sort of CPU motherboards. I can't remember what the heck they're called for Intel though. And that one is, I think it said 16 cores, 32
Regroup and
threads
stay
at
focused.
5.2
The next round
Gs.
is ours.
It's already for sale on Newegg.
Switching sides. Search and destroy.
Yeah, the new 9th gen is pretty
Protect
much
the
like a
objective.
Threadripper. It's like, comes on one of those massive motherboards. They did have one for the 8th gen, they had the giant CPU. But I can't remember what the heck they were called. It was some weird...
Bomb planted.
What the heck is going on here? Wow. Yeah, there's not very many CPUs that can run at 5.2.
Shake it off. Focus up for the next round. Search and destroy. Protect the objectives.
Yeah, after this game I'll pull it up. I'm actually curious. I'm positive I saw the 10th gen for sale on Newegg.ca. Man, they are destroying us this game. Man, no matter where I go, I'm dying.
Less than a minute. Bomb planted on Bravo. Defuse it.
Here, I'm actually gonna look into it. Alright. So, hold on, just gonna make sure you guys can actually see this. Okay, I think you guys can. Hold on, I'm just rewatching the thing just to make sure you guys can actually see that I pulled it up. Waiting. Oh, yeah, you can. Sorry. So here... 289. Sorry, that's my dog egging. But I would probably go with the 269, considering you don't really need an internal graphics, especially if you're buying a gaming one. And then 269. But I'm pretty sure that this comes with a free game or something. Yeah, last time I bought it, I got the Game Pass for 3 months or something like that. And then I'm pretty sure the 9600K comes with jack nothing. You get no free gift. Yeah, so they're the exact same price, but then you gotta look at the B450 Max motherboards. 109. I think that's a 4 slot. Oh, that's a 2 slot. That's garbage. So 119 versus a 390. So yeah, you're definitely gonna have to spend more money to get a Z390. Looks like this is the cheapest one. 159 versus, what was the last one? 119, so $30. Plus you're gonna have to buy a CPU cooler. But for most people, they would go with probably whatever the heck they think is better. But both are pretty reasonably priced. And then, pretty sure Newegg had the i9. I just want to see what i9s they have. There it is. So what the heck is it now? 4.7 max boost. I remember it being higher. 10 core, 20 thread. See if they have any other ones. Too broad, okay. Yeah, so the price versus this versus the CPU I have, I just can't bring myself to pay that much money. This one is $699, $650, $100 off. CPU that probably just came out on the clearance. Maybe it's been out for a while then. Halifax, yeah, that's forever away. And then the turbo's slower on this one, so I guess there's different ones with different turbo speeds. Alright. Can you please tell me how much FPS I'll have on Fortnite low competitive settings? I have a video up. I can't remember exactly what it is, but I've used that many times on my other computer. Well, 12 threads is kind of more than you need for gaming. Ryzen's great for someone that wants it for doing video editing and rendering and gaming and a bunch of other stuff. So Intel does gaming really good. Ryzen does gaming good. But Intel does streaming meh, and then Ryzen does streaming good. Intel does rendering meh, and then Ryzen does rendering great. So you have to think, are you mostly playing gaming, or are you planning to do Photoshop? Are you planning to render videos on a regular basis? Especially if you're starting to jump into 4K, the amount of time that you'll save from having 12 threads and having different programs opened will help you. Like, I'm not bashing it, like I have both. Both my PCs are right next to each other, but I would strongly say that my i5 9600K, even with an overclock, it's more stable than my 3600 with no overclock. I get a lot less crashes and a lot less problems. But for the price, my Ryzen was $100 less because I bought them both brand new. The week that they came out.
Safeguard the assets, no mistakes.
Yeah.
Reinforcements are not available.
So I don't know what I would pick for most people, but I just know for myself, I mostly game, I hardly ever stream. Well, there goes my whole team.
You're all all that is left. Finish it. One minute remaining. Active bomb on Bravo. Move in.
Oh, I didn't even see that guy standing in the
They're
corner.
making us fight for it.
Oh,
Give
it
it to them.
startled me. Well, like for me in Canada, the price
Search and
difference,
destroy.
I don't know, is up for debate of what's better for
have
you, the
assets in the
i5
field.
9600
Defending them is
KF
critical.
for the same price as a Ryzen 5 3600. Pretty much just gonna get whatever the heck you want. In the States, I think the Ryzen is much cheaper. And then the Intel i5 9400F is incredibly cheap for getting 6 cores, 6 threads. Darn it. I don't even know what it is the best price CPU. I would probably guess for under $150, the i5 9400F is pretty good. Ryzen, for some reason, stopped selling the 2600 for its low price of, I saw it at one point for $130, which is absolute steal for 6-core 12-thread. That's unbelievable. And then they stopped selling the 6000 AF, 1600, sorry. I'm not really sure why. And then the new processor, the new 3rd gen Ryzen 3s coming out, should be quite good.
30 seconds.
Pairing, they do just as good, if not better, than the i5 9400F for, I think it was like $10 more or $20 more. And you get more threads. So in the long run, it's probably better. And then there's the i3 9100F for 4-core 4th thread.
Search and destroy.
That actually does just as good as
We
an
have assets in the
i5.
field. Defending them is critical.
What one would it be? i5 7600 off the top of my head. I'm pretty sure it has the same gaming performance. Man, I keep getting shot. Yeah, it did go from 85 to like 100, and then above that, and then 150. I don't know what happened. They must have ran out of stock, but when all my friends were holding their PCs back at Black Friday, the Ryzen 5 2600X was the best deal. I think they bought it for $150 Canadian. It was the same price as the Ryzen 5 2600. And I don't trust them to overclock because they will not listen, so just happy they didn't get those. They're the kind of people that would just crank it up until it broke and then claim they didn't do it.
Switching sides. Search and destroy. Retrieve the bomb. Destroy your targets.
And then even before coronavirus, it was the RX 570, brand new, that one of them bought with Borderlands 3 or Outer Worlds, or one of those games, one of the ones that came with the Xbox Game Pass later. I think it was only like $160 for an RGB RX 570 gigabytes. I feel uncomfortable. So yeah, $160 with a free AAA title. So not a bad deal at all. And it was a Gigabyte 2 fan RGB, which I'm pretty jealous of. considering he got it for that price, and I'm pretty sure he didn't even redeem his code to get the free game. Because I think he attempted it once and it was like 4 steps and he was like, nah, I'm not doing it.
Remaining. Planting bomb on target. Keep eyes open. Bomb planted. Set the perimeter. Maintain pressure. Next round we crush them. Search and destroy. Targets identified. Captures the bomb and engage. We have the bomb. Attacks the weapon caches.
You can still use i5 for Photoshop and rendering, it's just not going to be as quick. If you're doing it on a daily basis, you're definitely going to want to get a Ryzen with more threads. But 6 core 6 threads, if you're rendering like once or twice a week and you have time to kill, it's not the end of the world. But for me in particular, trying to render a video with my setup, this one, yeah, if I try to render a 4K video that's over 10 minutes, like, it can take up to 2 hours.
Minute remaining.
Oh boy.
You're all that is left. Finish it. They're making us fight for it. Give it to them.
I just played Fortnite. I want to go back to it.
Search and destroy.
You should be able to get
Retrieve
at
the
least
bomb. Destroy your
144.
targets.
Probably close to 200. I don't know.
We
I
have
don't
the
know what
bomb.
the
Get
RX
moving.
570 top 70 are. What? Whatever. Oh, my bad.
Planting bomb on target.
Is that any
Keep
better?
eyes open.
If I have that sensitivity too loud, all you'll hear is my nasal Jew breathing.
One minute remaining. We have the bomb. We're planting the bomb. Secure the bomb set. Hold for detonation. Maintain pressure. Next round we crush them.
How's it going?
Switching sides. Search and destroy. Critical assets identified. Keep them secure.
Yeah, the guy who killed me. You did. And then I die immediately. That's what I did.
bomb on Alpha. Move it.
God, don't buy a cyber-powered PC. Don't do that. Wait till the coronavirus is over and then look at that Skytech. Like the Skytech with the GTX 1660 and the Ryzen 5 2600.
Critical assets
Preferably try to
identified.
get it with
Keep them
16
secure.
gigabytes of RAM, but if you can't, 8 is more than enough. Relying on 144 hertz for the most part. Ah, I've had son of a gun. 15. Yeah, I can safely assure you, if you're looking at the i5 9400F with the GTX 1660, I had it, and it was not a good budget. It was way overpriced for how much a no-name motherboard and a no-name power supply.
Bomb defused. Well done. That is the way. On to the next round.
Yeah, that's pretty much how much they go for.
Search and destroy.
I saw another cyber power with an
assets
i7
Keep them secure.
8600 and a GT 710, and they were asking like $800, $900. I was like, oh my goodness, I hope no one gets tricked by that. That GPU is just above internal graphics. Like, you'd be lucky to run 30 frames on most games with medium settings.
Enemy bomb planted. Get to Alpha.
Oh, why did turning down my volume make my FPS drop?
One round means nothing. Prepare to fight. Switching sides. Search and destroy. Targets identified. Capture the bomb and engage. We have the bomb. Attack the enemy caches. Enemy precision airstrike. Stay down.
Oh, there goes my entire team.
They hit hard. You'll remember.
I'm pretty sure Ninja, if he got anything, was an Alienware PC that was completely spec'd out with his own specs and just in an Alienware case for advertising. It's like the same with people that do reviews on gaming PCs that are pre-built. They definitely are getting a special made, like, scrutinized to make sure that it's in absolute perfect order, and then given to these testers to make seem better than they actually are. Anytime someone gets paid to review something, I don't really trust their review. Hold on. Alright. I get going, but I'll be back on later. Thanks for watching, guys.